We talk about what we're playing presently and the rest of this quarter's release schedule next on the AggroCast. Welcome to the AggroCast, the official podcast of AggroGamer.com. This is episode 92, and I am Brian Bentley. With me today is my intrepid co-host, Corey Dockendorf. How are you doing today, Corey?
Apparently, intrepidly.
Yes. Well, I was trying to come up with a word that talked about how you boldly go where no man wants to go. Also called World of Warcraft.
Oh.
Yeah, I went there.
That happened.
So, yeah, if you guys haven't figured it out, there's no Matt this time around. We're hoping that things pick up for him soon. So we'll hopefully get him right back on the show next week if we can. So, Corey, what's new? What's going on?
Tiny Tower is what's going on. So
really?
Yeah. Okay.
So another one I've only read because I think it's iOS only, correct?
Correct.
Right. So I another one bites the dust. I see plenty of people tweeting about it, and then there's just this long blank of tweet, like a long span of no tweeting because they're playing Tiny Tower.
Yeah. So I picked it up, and the game is very simplistic. I just wanted to talk about it because everybody has told me to play this game, and I'm thinking, yeah, it's a world builder game. It's going to be small, simple, 8-bit. Mm-hmm. How big of a deal can it be? Well, it's sucking up way too much of my time. You basically start the whole game with a lobby, and you have a little bit of money. They take you through like a little tutorial, and they show you how to build your next level. And within that level, you build like apartments. And then people come on this little elevator on the left-hand side, and you take them up and down throughout your tower that you're building, and they move in, they go to restaurants, you can build retail shops, but there's another layer. There's this not only are you building these, so I have a Mexican food restaurant, right? Mm-hmm. Now, I have a lot of people that live in my tower, and they all, go there for food. Well, you can have your person, they all rate on a scale of 1 to 10, or 1 to 9, on how good they're at something: food, service, recreation, retail, and creativity. And depending on how the higher the score, the better your stock is, because you're stocking items that you're selling. It's really, there's no other way to describe it. You're basically filling these rooms, these stores, with people that want to work there. The happier your employee is to work there, the better results you get and the more money you get. You can evict people at any time. It's not like it's not really a consequence game, so it's not like there's going to be a bunch of people that leave your tower. But
right, they're not going to get pissed off or anything.
But like, if you're not paying attention, you're like my Mexican food restaurant. It runs out of food. So I have to then go to my Mexican food restaurant, select the food that I want. It takes like 15 minutes to make. When the food is done and being made, I can sell it again. But when I run out, my Mexican food restaurant goes dark and it's not making any money. So I may go in there and have made $400, or I may go in with a fully stocked bar and made $8,000, depending on the day.
Okay. So you can leave it alone, but the more you play, the better you're going to do.
Right. And there's this lovely, they did it so well. There's this little chime that happens. My phone is set to give me an alert every time something that I've stocked is in stock, and I can add it to my department store. And my phone just will be sitting there, like I was watching a movie with my wife the other day, and it just gets this little ding, and I'm like, ooh, my shoes are ready in my retail store. My Nikes are ready. So I run over and I restock and I can sell more. But it's just interesting that a small reaction like that, it's not that big of a deal, but it's fun just to be able to have that ability. And then On the far left-hand side of the screen on your phone, you have the elevator. And the elevator, you take people up and down, and you take them to where they want. And every time you take them, they give you a little bit of money. $15, $8, $22, depending on how high they want to go. They can go into your apartments, and they can move in. And then you can use them as employment at other stores, or they can go to the store and make purchases. But you also get what's called VIP members. And when you get a VIP member, they can significantly reduce the cooldown of, for instance, it takes 4 hours to build as you get to a certain level. Like I just built my 11th level, and it took 4 hours and 59 minutes. But I had a construction worker as a VIP. So there he is waiting at the bottom of my elevator. When I click on him, I can take him up to that level, and the construction worker will reduce that time cost by 3 hours.
Wow.
So that's a significant jump. But then you run into the issue that you're close to building a new level. You get the construction worker, but you're not there yet. I just let him sit in the elevator and wait until I'm ready to build the level, and then I go and use him to cut that cooldown down. But while that's happening is he's stopping all the traffic, so I'm not getting more people to move into my tower. There's a lot of cause and effect here. And then there's a little tiny game that happens, and it happens as I'm actually playing it while I'm talking to you. There's a little thing that happens that you have to look for individuals. So you get a little tiny photograph, and it says so-and-so is being sought out by the CIA. See if you can find them. And you go through your tower, and you look for these individuals. And when you see them, you click on them, and it says, hey, you found me. You get $1. Now, here's the fun part. You get what's called bucks, B-U-X, and this is where they make their money. It's all microtransaction. $10 is 99 cents, $100 is $4.99, and $1,000 is $29.99. Now, the cool thing about the bucks is that these also reduce cooldowns. So while you're making your stock, or like I'm restocking my Mexican restaurant, if I want my food to be done faster, I can sacrifice $1 in bucks money, and it will just finish it. It'll say it's done, and then I can go and move on to the next thing. And I already spent $5, and I'm down to $4. So I bought $100, and I'm down to $4. So I'm really debating on whether I want to buy more. But it's really fun. It's a very addictive game. It's similar to a sim type game. It's like or almost like having what are the little things? The monkeys, sea monkeys. It's like having sea monkeys. They don't really do anything, but it's kind of cool because you feel like you're involved. So it's a lot of fun, and I highly recommend it. And it's a free app since everything's microtransaction. So if you just want to play it on your iPad or your iPhone or whatever, it's free. So give it a shot. If you don't like it, uninstall it. No harm, no foul. But it is sucking up a lot of my time right now. I was in a meeting today, and my what was it? My laundromat had just finished denim dry, and and everybody looked at me like I had a message. I was like, no, don't worry about it. And I just looked down and made sure I was restocking my jeans. So.
Well, at least you're using your time at work wisely.
Of course, definitely. And we were having a meeting, so whatever. I was killing time anyways. But yeah, that's what I love this game, and I'm really happy with it, and I recommend it to everybody so far.
Oh wow, that's special.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's cool because they also have this little thing called Bitbook, because they're called bitizens. So everything's everything's 8-bit. So they have what's called Bitbook, and you can click on it, and it's basically Facebook for your citizens. And so I have like Daryl Gibson. I'm looking at it right now. 1 minute ago posted, I did not just spit off the roof. Did not, I promise. And it says 7 bitizens like this. Or the next, what's with all the guys with beards? You can then...
Because beards are awesome.
Right? You can also select your bitizens, which is cool because here's the customization. You can click on your bitizen and you can change the way they look. You can change their outfits. For bucks, obviously, you can buy like monster suits, astronaut suits, cowboy suits, and knights.
Make them all look like Chuck Norris?
I don't have a Chuck Norris. Do I? Wait, hold on. I may have one. There's a lot of options. Surgeons, nurses, engineers, dinosaur, ninja. obviously.
Chuck Norris should be a class.
Karate, I agree wholeheartedly in every game. So it's
Would you like to be a fighter, magic user, Chuck Norris?
because if you want to be Chuck Norris, you just win the game.
Yeah,
Chicken soup.
it's just win.
I can have
The credits just roll right after that.
Skyrim Viking outfit. I mean, there's a lot of stuff, and it's kind of cool just to be able to customize that little portion. It's something small, but it makes your tower yours, and it's just it's really well done.
Well, I mean, really, it's the great and worst part about those games is it really feeds your need to be needed.
Yes, that's exactly what it does. These little people would die without me.
Right. Oh yeah, because those pixels, they'll just
they'd starve. Can't do it, man.
Yeah, I mean, you can't be mean to the pixels.
No,
right.
It's just there's.
All right. Well, what else have you been playing?
What else? Oh, Dungeon Defenders. So
yeah.
I'm late.
I own it, but I've never played it.
You would like this game because I played it back in CES last year on an Android device. They were launching the new phone. They said Dungeon Defenders mobile, and as you know, it's on Xbox, it's on PC, on Steam. Actually, I got it for dirt cheap. It was on sale.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
So I picked up a copy, and it's just been sitting in my queue. I never touched it, and I was looking for something to do recently, and I needed a new game to play because I'm out of stuff to play right now until KOA comes out this week. But I was like, I'm going to play some Dungeon Defenders, and I tried it out, and it is a ridiculous amount of fun. I did not realize how much fun an RPG plus tower defense, plus said strategy game could be, hack and slash. I mean, it's so many good elements from so many different games. It really is a lot of fun, and it has multiplayer function. I can't ever get into a group, and maybe you and I should try it one time, but it's a lot of fun. My brother actually recommended my Tiny Tower. Hold on a second. My Mexican food on floor 11 is ready to be restocked. So.
Oh, well, okay. I'll pause the podcast. Hold on a second.
Well, my shrimp platter's done. So.
But
no, it's a lot of fun, and I recommend it to everybody on any platform. And it's just there's so much that you have to think about. And I lost my first wave last night, and I was all bummed because I was like, I thought I had everything planned out. I had worst case scenario. This ogre comes out and just destroys all my defenses, and they just own me. And I was like, wow, I'm kind of feel bad. So now I'm ready to go back at it and do it again. Well, as I was saying, my brother recommended Orcs Must Die, which is also another tower defense strategy hack and slash title. And that is by
I don't know. I bought that too.
Robot Entertainment. Robot Entertainment did that one, and they're notorious for their other titles that are I can't think off the top of my head, but if I pull it up real quick, Hero Academy, which is one of the new titles that they have coming that is out. Orcs Must Die, and what is the other one that they're known for? Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up. Age of Empires Online, Halo Wars, and Age of Empires 3. So these guys know what they're doing, and it's a lot of fun, and I can't wait to play Orcs Must Die because now I'm starting to get into this tower defense RPG strategy games, and it's on Xbox. I'll play it on Xbox. I'll play it on Steam. I don't care. It looks like a lot of fun. You would be into it because it's not just, here, put these barricades up, wait until all the orcs destroy them, and then hack and slash them to death. Like, you really have to put some thought into your design of how you want to run them through this gauntlet.
Okay. All right.
So you should check it out. In fact, you should play with me, and we should try and kill something.
All right. Hold on, I'm gonna play Tiny Tower for a second. No, I'm just kidding.
That's okay.
I don't actually own that game because I have an Android phone.
Would you
anyway,
take my iPhone so you can play it? I can do that.
Yeah, no one wants that. Right. So, speaking of KOA, I played the demo.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. We're gonna talk about this, are we? Since last time we talked about it, and I was all high on it, and here you are to crush my dreams.
Right. Not crush. I just, you know when you finish the demo and they have the little trailer thing or whatever, and it's like super responsive combat, and I'm like, really? Because
wait. Let's if we're gonna go that route and we're gonna discuss KOA and the combat, You're playing it on PC, right?
Right.
Okay, go ahead. I'm ready. I just want to
All
make
right.
sure that I know what platform you're on.
Um, so I got this really awesome staff, right? I don't know what it was. I just sort of not devolved. I evolved into this magic user guy. I had my super lightning bolt thing, which I thought was pretty cool, and I had this fire staff.
Okay.
So you swing it once and it swings across you, and then you swing it again and you do a different move, and then you swing it a third time and you kind of do this uppercut move,
Yep.
and then like a fourth time it does some kind of AoE, blowback attack.
Right.
If it was really super responsive, it would tell me how to fucking do the AoE attack when I'm getting completely surrounded by fucking bogarts.
Right.
And I want to blow them back, but they're hitting me, so I can't get to the fourth swing. So I don't really see how it's super responsive.
Okay. Now, I played it on every platform I possibly could get it on, obviously, because I was such a big fan. So I played it on Xbox. I say every platform. I didn't play it on PlayStation 3, and that's for my own edification. But I played it on Xbox and I played it on PC. I have to say that the combat is built for a controller. And that there is a huge response difference in playing it on a controller versus playing it on a keyboard. And I did not have as much fun with the combat on my PC as I did on my Xbox. And I think that sold me that I will be buying it on Xbox. I won't buy it on PC. So that was and I had the exact same thing that you did, is that you were playing it, and on the PC, you're doing your keys, you're turning, you're trying to make it do something, but the combos never feel fluid.
Nope.
But if you're doing it on a controller, it's amazing. It's just natural. Your hands just fall into it. You got 4 buttons, you got the control stick. It just feels this is what you're supposed to be doing. Now, you ran into did you do the fate thing where you turn your fate meter on and you do this awesome epic move around like 12 dudes?
Yeah, I did it. I also found myself, okay, first of all, I changed they wanted the use key to be the F key.
Which is
Who the
horrible.
fuck makes the use key as the F key? Everyone makes it the fucking E key.
Thank you. And you're right, because I kept hitting
So
E the
I
whole
immediately
time.
changed that.
Yeah, you have to.
I was like, okay. Oh, sorry. That was the second thing I did. The first thing I did was change the camera sensitivity way the fuck down.
Oh yeah.
Because that was ridiculous. Like, I would move my mouse and all of a sudden, whoosh, the camera whipped around me. I'm like, okay, well, this is good.
Kind of.
Yeah. Right. So the second thing I did was change the F key to the E key so I could do that. I found I just end up, as I'm like holding down the W key with my middle finger, I'm just tapping the E key with my right finger, or with my index finger, trying to get the damn fate thing to come up.
Yep.
Like, because I'm a magic user, so I really don't want them that close to me.
Yeah.
So I had to like lure them in, and then start trying to hit them and then smashing the E key in hopes that I can get this fate thing to work.
Yep.
Yeah, that's not so good.
And not so much. So with that, I highly recommend putting it on Xbox or getting an Xbox controller and hooking it up to your computer and doing it that way, because it's built for controller access. That's just how that goes. I had a ton of fun with it on Xbox and not as much fun with it on PC. And it's because when I was playing it on PC, I wanted my hotkeys to work. I wanted to hit my hotkeys and activate things, but that was the case. It was more of click, 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 click. I really hope that I'm pulling a combo off.
Right.
And that's very frustrating. So it's not built for a keyboard. I hope that when the game comes out, they're going to do something about that, but there's obviously not going to be enough time since it is this week they're releasing it. And they only released the demo a couple weeks ago. So unfortunately, that's not going to happen, but that's pretty much cemented. I recommend to everybody, get the demo on Xbox, play it, and then get the demo on PC and play it. And whatever you find comfortable play style, do that. The other thing was, there's the option that when you're in the middle of combat, and the fate key, for instance, or when you're doing a quick time event, You have to slam the buttons down because you want to get your finishing move meter up as high as possible so you can get the most
Right.
amount of experience. That
Right.
feels so unnatural on a PC, and I'm more.
Oh yeah, because all of a sudden it was like space bar, and I'm like,
Yeah, it's a quick time
space
event.
bar?
Yeah, it
So I
really.
had to like, so I'm like, okay, so I hit it once with my thumb, thinking that it was just like a key,
But you got to keep hitting it.
and all of a sudden the little thing moves. I'm like, oh shit, I'm supposed to be smashing this now.
Yeah, I literally had to take my hand off my mouse and just bang the crap out of my space bar. And the buttons change. It may not be space bar, it may be like Z the next time. And I'm like,
Oh yeah,
I'm not ready. I don't know what button I'm pressing. So I never
I
made
had to
100%.
right click once.
Yeah, I don't. That's not cool. There's too many options, and I know we're not supposed to get 100% every time, but
I eventually got it up to 75 because I knew what it was about to happen.
and you were
Like,
ready
or
for
at
it.
least
Yeah.
I was. Yeah, I was pretty ready for it, so I was able to get up to 75.
Okay, so besides combat, which I think that you would be much happier on a controller, talk to me about the game. What did you think of the game overall? Like, what did you think of? Did you get into trying any of the crafting? What did you think about for the 45 minutes? For those that don't know, the demo is very simple. You go into a tower. You start the beginning of the storyline. When you come out, it trains you, like as a tutorial, has how the 3 classes work. And then when you come out, it pretty much says you have 45 minutes to surf the world and do whatever you want, and kind of
Right.
get a feel, that open world feel, which I think is really well done because it's like, here's 45 minutes, do whatever you think is necessary. So you can just side
Right.
quest the entire time and meet that guy, that werewolf dude.
Yeah, I never got to the other guy.
Yeah. So I mean, it's interesting, but that's how that works. So being an open world game, and after coming off of Skyrim in our last podcast, which if you haven't heard it yet, people, you need to get on and listen to us to babble on about our final days in Skyrim.
Right.
What did you think of it
Right.
overall?
I guess maybe Skyrim is just a little too fresh for me because I was just like the lock picking. I'm like, yep, like Skyrim.
Yep.
Sneaking up on people,
Skyrim.
just like Skyrim. And then everything's a little more cartoony, and I'm just like,
Do you see where I made
yeah.
Do you see where I made the Skyrim Fable reference?
Yes.
That's pretty much
If they
exactly
had
what
a
it is.
bastard love child, this might be it.
Exactly. Yeah.
I did. I felt like the people could have been a little more descriptive about, like, they're like, oh yeah, the Red Legion guys have been around for a while, and I'm like, and
Yeah.
they're just like, they've been around for a while. I'm like, and okay, well, I guess I'll just go fight them now. I don't really know why, but they've been around for a while. I'm glad we got that knocked out.
I'm pretty sure that this game is going to appeal to the Fable gamer versus the Skyrim gamer. The person that enjoyed Fable 1, 2, and 3 is looking forward to journeys and having a storyline, but a little bit of freedom as well. They're going to really enjoy this game. Now, the diehard Skyrim fans are going to be very disappointed.
Yeah. Yeah, I was expecting, especially when you have, Salvatore behind this. You're thinking, all right, there's gonna be some deep story shit here, and maybe it is there, and I just didn't uncover it. But I was a little underwhelmed by the,
Standoffish, maybe.
yeah, or something like that. Like I understand, I went to the cave that was supposed to be quote unquote haunted, and to save them from the red plague or whatever the hell that was.
Nice.
The little dwarf lady trusted the other guy, and she shouldn't have. Whatever.
Yeah.
So I mean that was cool. Now my question is now that I've helped that woman, and she was like, okay, you can go have a potion. I'm like, okay, but I don't have time. Like, you just totally helped me and saved our entire village, but I'm just a little too busy to go help you look for that potion. Go help yourself.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'll just go help myself then. But so like, does that mean something now? Like, do I help them? I mean, like, now does she give me a discount because I helped her out, or
Right. What's her deal?
yeah, like what happens now? I mean, like, we save the elf woman, yeah, or the fey woman,
The Fey
whatever,
woman. Yeah.
yeah. All right, so she got saved. All right, that's awesome. Now what? I don't. I went to the House of Barrels or Commons or Bards.
It sounds like it's the new breakfast joint. I go to the House of Barrels, House of Cracker Barrels. It's awesome.
Yes, it's delicious. They're grits.
Well,
No, I went to the whatever that place is.
I know what you're talking
the
about.
Fae have
Yeah.
House of Ballads.
Yes,
Ballads.
that works.
House of Ballads.
Sure.
So then I went and talked to him,
Mm-hmm.
and he was just like, "So, thanks for letting us know." And I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna go now, I guess, because apparently that's all I had to say. I don't know why I went there, but now they know, and I hope that's good or bad. I'm very confused.
Well, and that kind of leads into what I want to talk about with the game is that there's no consequence at all throughout the game. You can get arrested. You can go in and steal everything in a town, get caught, kill every single guard and everything that's around you, and literally you can walk into jail, go to where the jail is, lay down, wake up 8 hours later, everybody's back alive, everybody acts like you're fine, you did your time, they've all forgiven you. Which is which makes me, it's frustrating because there's no consequence. So what I want is that if I wipe this town, and I mean you can kill quest givers, you can kill anything, and then just go lay down, wake up, and be like, well, everybody's back alive, it was just a dream.
Well, I can kind of understand why they had to do that.
Yeah.
Because the very first time I walked into Gorath. Yeah, Gorath. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna. Oh crap! I just sent out a lightning bolt. Oh, I just killed that cow.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. Oh, no one seems to be. Okay, no one seems to be worried about that. I'm just gonna. Okay. Nothing happened.
Yeah, but my thing is that I just found my cash cow. I will just go into a town, raid it, kill everything and everybody, and then go to jail, sleep, and wake up the next morning collecting all my loot and all my money. Just wake up the next day and be like, I have all your stuff. What you got now? I mean, literally, I'll just steal a bunch of stuff and then sell it off. So there's
no moral meter, right? There's no good bad.
Nope. You are who you are. So that was one of my qualms about it. But again, we're fresh off of Skyrim. We may just be talking about it from a spoiled standpoint. So hopefully, after we play the game for a little bit, the actual game and not the demo, we'll be able to say, we'll be able to give it a good review. And listen for that. Hopefully, we'll be doing the Kingdoms of Amalur podcast here soon. So
yeah, well, maybe I should try to set up the 360 again. Well, see, that was the one thing I really actually enjoyed Fable 2.
Yeah,
I was in the middle of it. I had gotten like 2 of the 3 people I had gotten. Like you're supposed to say little fatey people.
Yep.
I had gotten 2 of the 3 in my team.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to go start working on the 3rd one, and then my Xbox got stolen, so I have to start that all over again because that's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Well, I'm playing Fable 3 right now, so that's just pretty much to scratch the I'm not playing Skyrim itch anymore, and it's not doing it so well. But
strangely enough, in the not playing Skyrim, so 2 things happen. One is first, before either of those 2 things, I think I had a very similar thing with you where I wanted to play an RPG. It was like all of a sudden it was like I'm itchy to play an RPG. Yeah. And so because I played the Final Fantasy 13 2 demo, I threw in Final Fantasy 13 1. I guess now we're gonna call it 1. And I was playing that for a while. Got a few more trophies. And then I came back and I wanted to finish up Puzzle Quest 2.
Right.
So I'm at the end boss for that.
See, I'm at that point right now. Like I'm looking for something new to play. That's where I picked up Dungeon Defenders, and there's like a lull right now. Like there's nothing to play.
Yeah,
so.
there is. Um, so, so I've been playing Puzzle Quest 2, playing some COD Blops, and Final Fantasy 13.
Good
Waiting
deal.
for tomorrow's delivery of my Final Fantasy 13 2 Collector's Edition to my door.
I can't. Yeah, no, I don't even want to talk about it.
Dude, I'm telling you, man,
Yep.
and you can ask David the exact same thing. We sat and watched that IGN live streaming of 13.2 for 2 hours,
Hmm.
and I so wanted to play that game right after that. I'm like, oh god, I gotta have this game.
Okay, we'll see what happens next week when we talk about this.
Yes,
And you're
yes,
like,
I'm
oh,
very
well, it's just like
to it.
13. Hmm.
Yeah, no, I'm sure it's gonna be. I would kind of expect it to be.
Yeah,
It's a sequel.
and we know
You
how
would kind of
it does.
think that it would be some, combat wise, especially because the combat, there were so many things that people picked on about that game.
Yeah.
But really, the combat was extremely well done. Like it was different, so that's what bugged people
Hmm.
because you weren't sitting there going like, okay, make Black Mage throw fireball now. It was more strategery than actual like than actual commands. Although I did at times flip my party around so I could be doing the commands of a certain person. Um, so but it was more about the strategy than actually, depending on what paradigm you had. So I'm really looking forward to getting more of the combat in. I really enjoyed the combat part.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it works out tomorrow. But I'm expecting it to be a lot like the first 13 and 13.1.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people are giving it good reviews, so I haven't been back in the Final Fantasy franchise in such a long time. I'm just not willing to invest the time again.
No, I totally understand. And
It's not something
I
you can
don't
just
really think
casually play.
yeah, it's not.
So
It's not something you can just kind of be like, oh, I think I'll just play some Final Fantasy today.
yeah, it's not going to happen because you'll be sucked in, and then 4 hours later you're like, oh well, there went that time.
Right. And in all honesty, 13 and I'm sure 13.2 they're not the best ones to jump into.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I agree.
Better off going off and doing either 6 or 3 or even 1.
Yeah.
I really enjoy 1. I know there's it has its faults, but I still play 1 occasionally and enjoy it. Because they did the Origins disc. Well, now it's on the PSN, and you can get Final Fantasy 1 and 2 for $10. But I end up getting it when it's on PS1.
Yeah.
They had the disc release, so I picked that up and
Good call.
yeah. No, I'm a big fan of the Final Fantasy series. So
well, you get on that. You have at it.
yes, I'm the one of 6 people in the world who actually like 8.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not a fan. Not a fan personally, but I'm not going to hold that against you. It's cool.
Well, and in the live stream they talked about there were card games in the casino, and I'm like, oh shit, I hope they have Triple Triad because that was what was in 8. That was the card game. Anyway, that's not really important.
Write this down. We're going to make a Final Fantasy episode, just you and I, and we'll just discuss Final Fantasy for like hours on end. How about that?
Nice.
All right, we'll do that.
All right.
Planned. Write that down. Everybody heard that here on this podcast. We're going to do a Final Fantasy podcast of just all things Final Fantasy.
And if you have some stuff about that you want to talk about Final Fantasy,
contact us.
Yeah, let us know.
Definitely.
Absolutely. All right, so we're not going to do any like care don't care because it's just the two of us. That doesn't really
the two of us. Sorry.
And for Community Spotlight, I think all I'm going to say is if you guys are not checking out the pwn.com events calendar for what games they're playing, I mean, they basically have something going every night. So if you aren't checking that out, you should be. And that's at pwn.com/calendar.
And for those PC players, you can actually, there's a Steam group for pwn.com, and every time there's a game night, it gives you a little notification, hey, game night, kick down, and you can just hop on straight from Steam.
Word.
Ooh.
Right.
Before we go into the main topic, can we talk about one more thing?
Ooh, yeah, sure. What's up?
Okay, cool. Steam for mobile.
I
Oh no,
Please
come
talk
on.
more.
Oh, come on, Brian. You have to tell me you've heard about this. Okay, so Steam just released their first mobile app, and I downloaded it day one. And you have to get invited in, and it's actually cool the way that it works because once you
Are you sending me this invite right now, or are
oh, yeah, I
you?
guess I can send you an invite. Hold on. Well,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
whatever. Anyways, so it's very similar to like a Facebook style layout on the iOS. I'm not sure what it is on the Android, so I guess I have to send it to you, Brian. Um, but it's really neat, and so what happens is when you first sign up, it asks you to log in. You try and log in. It sends you a code. You try to put the code in. It says, sorry, you're not invited. You have to wait. They just basically want to know who's interested, and then they send you in. So then you go into your Steam account, and you look into your Steam store, your inventory, and you get a Steam Mobile Access Steam gift. When that goes into your inventory, you have access to the mobile app. Um, the mobile app, actually, which I love, for instance, Brian, you're online Steam right now. I can actually send you a chat message from my phone and conversate
Nice.
with you like instant message wise. You can see your friends and what they're doing. You can check your group activity, your friends activity. You can actually view your catalog, view your wish list. You can order games from your phone, so you can see your cart.
Ooh,
You can do searches, Steam news, syndicated news. It's a very lightweight app. I'm hoping that there's going to be more coming along, but it's really nice to just be able to say, so you see a game come out, you can add it, which is very similar to how they have the Xbox Live app on the Windows mobile devices, is you can literally just go and add things to your queue, and if Steam is up at home, it's going to just start downloading. So when you get home, you have all these games you just ordered ready to go.
wait. So what you're saying is I can buy games on Steam from my phone.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, that's not good.
Yep, and then yeah, so when yeah, literally you can purchase for myself, and you can actually purchase gifts and send it to people.
Shit.
Yeah, I know, right? So I'm pretty. Hold on, let me see if I can send you this invite.
Okay. So, like when thankfully the Christmas sale was over,
Oh, that's all.
because there were some of them I missed because I just wasn't at home that day or whatever,
Yeah,
and now they've made it so I can still buy stuff. Yay! Shit.
yeah,
Steam got so much of my money.
yeah. They're robbing me blind, but I suggest that to everybody. I think everybody should check it out. It's a wonderful app. It's in the beta stages, so don't expect it to. I mean, you're not going to be able to play Orcs Must Die on it, but just being able to have that communication to your gamer group from your mobile device rather than trying to have everybody's instant message or Facebook or Twitter, or you have to find some other social network. It's nice to be able to say, hey, I can go talk to my group and check my forums and go from there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, I like the idea. I mean, I guess I don't like the idea of the fact that they're gonna take my money from me. Uh,
Yeah, they're going to do that. That's going to happen.
but I think it's just gonna happen regardless.
Yeah, just accept it.
That's right. All right. All right.
Now we can
Good.
do main topic, but I just want to make sure
Right.
that everybody.
So for the main topic, now that I've just realized I'm going to lose a bunch of money, we're going to just talk about kind of like um, during this first quarter of the year, some of the games that are going to come out. I think we're going to kind of skip some of the indie and downloadable titles because I think maybe we don't give them the most coverage that any site can give them, but we certainly give them their just due for certainly. But I think what we're just going to do this time is we're just going to talk about some of the bigger name games. And I put together a list. I took a list from like games our review schedule, and um, I highlighted a bunch of ones on here, and I have to be perfectly honest, like it's kind of depressing in a way.
Well, that's why I wanted to talk about it. Is that everybody's excited about these big blockbusters, but really, how many are there?
I think there's a lot of blockbusters. It's just I think that they're like cash-ins, a
Yeah,
lot of them.
yeah.
I think maybe we'll just start touching on some of them. So I'm just going to start going down the list, and we'll just throw out some ideas and kind of thoughts that we're having. So, Final Fantasy 13 2, I'm really excited about, like we already just talked about. So, we probably don't have to like beat that horse too much.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the next one I saw in here is Soul Calibur 5. Did 4 really do that well that it really necessitated a 5? Now, don't get me wrong. I was a huge fan of the first one. Like, I played the shit out of that game. It made me love the Dreamcast just for the simple fact that I just played the shit out of that game. I got all the art. I completely unlocked everything. I love that game. But really,
It's a fighting game. And like all fighting games, you don't have to have a justification. You don't have to do well to do another fighting game. Look at Street Fighter. Street Fighter just continues on. I mean, how many more Marvel vs. Capcom type games are we going to get? How many more Soul Caliburs? How many more Dynasty Warriors? Really, you're going to tell me the Dynasty Warriors 3 did so well that we have to have like a 5 and a 6 and a 7 and just keep going?
Yeah, I was going to say there's more than 6, but yeah.
There's more than 6, but that's the whole thing, is that I personally think that fighting games are in a genre of their own, that you don't necessarily have to do well. And really, they're built for arcades. They're not built for... I guess you can play them at home, yeah. But originally, a fighting game was you, somebody, and your buddy playing on control sticks. Now we do it at home. Now we play competitively at home. You don't have to have a reason. You don't have to do well in your last game to do well in the next one. You just have to have the same characters,
yeah,
a couple extra moves and a couple extra features, and then say, this is what you'll be competing on now, this platform versus the previous platform. So I don't really care for another Dynasty Warriors game. I stopped playing like after 3, and because it was just the same game. Over Tekken.
Oh, I will say the Dynasty Warriors 3 was actually pretty good. I really kind of enjoyed that.
It was, I mean, Soul Calibur. How many times can you play the same guy constantly?
I don't know. I always end up playing Sophia. So.
Oh yeah, the Greek chick.
Yeah.
But
Shield.
Yeah, Sword and Board. But it's daughter of Hephaestus. Is that what she is? Daughter of Hephaestus or Athena?
Sure, why not?
Whatever.
Let's go with that.
If you know, you should post in the comments below and tell us.
Right.
Or before I Google it.
You're really just trying to get anyone to actually post a comment.
Well, I just want to see if the 3 people listening are actually, able to post a comment and just say, hey.
Right. Good point.
But yeah,
first.
So, I find it's another fighting game. Yay. How many people are going to pick it up? Is it going to break sales? Nah, no. When was the last time you heard a fighting game was like the top fighting game that everybody had to have?
I don't.
I mean, even the last Mortal Kombat wasn't all that great.
You know what? I'll say Street Fighter 3D.
Oh,
Street Fighter 4 HD 3D or whatever it was on the 3DS, because it was really the only good game that was released.
Yeah. And
because I bought it, and I had some, buyer's remorse.
Nice.
Anyway,
I mean, what, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 New Age of Heroes had, 56 characters in it? Really? It's just 28 from Marvel, 28 from Capcom. It's getting ridiculous at this point, and you just have the same library of characters just being added on. So,
right.
Yay for Dynasty Warriors, not Dynasty Warriors, for Soul Calibur 5. Yay.
Yeah. All right, so the next one I put down, I mean, like, they had, like, the Fallout New Vegas Ultimate Edition. No one gives a shit, because,
I just got Fallout New Vegas for Xbox. I haven't played it, but I'm going to check it out.
Nice. They have the Jack and Daxter collection. I don't know if anyone cares about that.
Not as
Kingdoms
much.
of Amalur.
See, I don't think the Jack and Daxter I don't like as much as I like Ratchet and Clank.
Right.
So Jack and Daxter, I'm like, eh.
And you know what? They should stop doing these silly collections and just work on a new Toe Jam and Earl.
Okay, you want to go there? You know what? Okay, yeah. Okay, I'll take that. I'll play Toe Jam and Earl. Absolutely.
Yeah. Hells yeah. If you ever come into my house, we'll pull out the Genesis. We'll play some Toe Jam and Earl.
Game on, man. Game on.
It's awesome. Love that game. Anyway, next up, Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. Never heard of it.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. Resident Evil Revelations on the 3DS. I haven't really heard anything great about this game yet.
You know why? Because it's on the 3DS.
It's on a
dying system.
This is... So I got from GameFly, I got the Super Mario Land 3D.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people liked it, but either I'm kind of just getting tired of Mario games, or I just don't like it on a small, 4.5 inch screen or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, the mechanics feel really good. Like walking around and jumping and stuff feels really good,
Yeah.
but yeah,
It didn't do it for you.
it's not so much.
Sorry, dude.
I got through 4 levels and I was kind of like, yeah, all right.
Yeah, but that's another thing. I think that we've kind of beat.
Of course, I'm still in World 1, so World 1's always kind of boring. So
Yeah.
maybe I should try to at least get to World 2 before I start hating on it.
You don't hate.
Well, I'm actually wondering, like, maybe that's just a sign I'm getting older or something, because like certain games are just they're just not that fun anymore.
Yeah.
Like I loved Mario. It was great, but I love Mario 64. That's fantastic, but yeah, it's getting a little old.
And that's one of the things is that we've rehashed things so many times. Mario, Sonic, uh, Jack and Daxter. It's not entertaining anymore. It's just the same thing. It's the same character being shoved down my throat in a different uniform, and it's not fun.
Nope.
So
Nope.
it's dead. And I know that these games have come to an end when I was watching a Progressive insurance commercial and Sonic was on it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, I was pretty upset about that. It's bad. So
Shank 2. I
okay.
don't think I even played the first one.
It's in my queue. It's in my wish list. I know that David was a big fan of Shank.
Yeah, but other than that, I don't even.
That's I'll pick it up on Steam when it's on sale.
Yeah. Okay.
Type title. Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Darkness 2. I know we had a couple people in the comments last week when I think not you and I weren't bashing it, but we were kind of like, so Matt, why did you play that?
Yeah.
People kind of got a little up in arms about it, which is kind of nice because I didn't know anyone was listening. But Darkness 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again,
Well,
because Matt's not here, I'm not excited for Darkness 2 at all. So.
And I think maybe my problem is I haven't really followed it since E3. So when Dave and I were sitting at E3 and we were watching it, we're just kind of like, it kind of looks good, I guess.
Yeah.
Like that was kind of what it was like. Yeah, I guess.
Looks
okay.
There's not enough there for me to get excited about it.
There's some arm things that come out of your body. I don't know what you want me to do with that.
I'll just go read the comic book. I'm fine. I'm good.
Yeah. So I highlighted this only because all of a sudden now everything I'm reading about it is really good, and that's Rhythm Heaven Fever from Nintendo.
Yeah. So.
I just all I've seen lately are tweets saying, this is actually making me turn my Wii back on.
I think it's one of those. It's a rhythm game, and like all rhythm games, as long as you have motion control or something to tap on, beat on, whatever, it's going to be successful. This is going to be one of those games that people are going to get addicted to because you're involved. That's what motion control is built for. So having it on the Wii just makes sense, and having it be awesome on the Wii is no surprise.
SSX, I have no desire to play it, but apparently people liked this franchise.
SSX was a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to this. I'll probably pick it up. If not for a renter, I may just, I may actually break down and buy it because it's probably one of the best snowboarding games I've ever played, honestly.
That and it'll probably be $30 in like a week and a half.
Oh yeah. But I mean, it's a game that we really need a good snowboarding game, just like we need another Tony Hawk. Yeah. Do you remember when snowboarding games and Tony Hawk and skateboarding games were like the shit? Remember when that happened?
Yeah, that was on the first PlayStation.
Yeah, it was great. Everybody loved it. They're like, "Oh, that's so awesome! Check out all these tricks." Like, tricky. It's tricky. I miss those type of games. That was fun. getting your buddies to
Why
play
does everyone
around.
bring up that song? Was
Because
that song play like every 3 minutes in that game?
yes, because I mean, every time that game came on, it's from SSX Tricky. You know,
Yeah, it's just funny that
we keep on rock. I mean, it's the game that everybody knows.
around that right on top metric.
Yeah, so when you think snowboarding games, you think Run DMC, it's Tricky. And to see SSX come back, and I would like to point out that It's Tricky is on the soundtrack of the new SSX. It's exciting. I'm looking forward to it. I don't do sports games. I'm not Madden. I'm not NCAA. I'm not any of these games out there. But when it comes to like obscure snowboarding and skateboarding games, I'm all for it. I'm not a big fan of the Shaun White franchise and his skate games, but like I miss the good old Tony Hawk days. I'm excited for a new SSX. Bring it. Let me do some kick-ass 720 mid-air off of a helicopter. Booyah in the face. So
in the face.
do you remember being able to sit down on your couch and pull off some incredible crazy move pushing buttons, and all of a sudden you'd land it and your buddy next to you would be like, dude, how'd you do that? And you're like, I don't know, I just push buttons.
Yeah, I think we've all had that moment in the sun.
Yeah, I miss stuff like that, and I'm looking forward to this new SSX to be able to play with my buddies multiplayer. Just me and him sitting there drinking a beer, playing SSX, and just pulling off crazy combo systems.
Wow. I'm sure it'll be something.
It'll be something fun, and you know what? I guarantee that the younger crowd will probably pick it up. That this will appeal to like the 11-year-old to, I don't know, 17, 18-year-old demographic.
Right. All right. Moving along. Twisted Metal. I don't care.
Again, we go back to the whole. I'm sure David.
I know David does,
yeah.
and I'm sure like he actually went back. Like when we were at CES, he went back and played that demo a couple times.
Really? See, and
yeah, because he wanted to try the helicopter and the semi truck driving thing and stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, it's again, we go back to that whole, it's a franchise that really can be put down. And when was the last time we had a Twisted Metal game? 2008?
I would almost say it's probably before that, right?
No, I think...
Wasn't Black the last one?
No, because there was, what was it? Black? Head On.
Oh, okay,
that was the one on PSP. And then...
Well, I was thinking Black was on PS2, and that was back in like 2005.
Yeah, and I think the last two titles, Twisted Metal Black was 2001. Twisted Metal Head On was 2005. That was the PSP title. And then Twisted Metal Head On Extra Twisted Edition was 2008. So it was kind of like the expansion. So yeah, 2005. It's 2012, and we're just now getting another Twisted Metal. It's dead. The franchise is dead. I don't think it's going to do that well. I really don't. I don't think that the market for, battle racers is there anymore.
Come on, everyone loved Carmageddon.
Yeah. Honestly, when was the last time?
97.
I want people to put in the comments, when was the last time you played a drive around, destroy my partner or enemy game? I mean, this is...
and Mario Kart does not count.
Well, you can't even use Mario Kart because of how old Mario Kart is. And you can play it on the Wii. Am I going to play this on the Wii? Probably not. I'm going to play it on PlayStation 3.
I thought it was a PS3 exclusive.
It's an exclusive. So I have no desire to pick this game up.
No, me either. I'm sure David will love the hell out of it, though.
Yeah, it's the only place...
He's going to love it for the three of us.
Yeah, he can love it for me. So he can have my love for it. Enough said.
Yeah. UFC Undisputed 3.
Nope. Don't care.
I don't care.
Not at all.
I'm skipping Warp because we already talked about it.
Yep.
Asura's Wrath. Now, I know Matt kind of, like, he played the demo or something, and he really enjoyed it. He had an article about it. But I don't really know anything about this game at all.
Neither do I, and I think that's something we probably going to get some more information from Matt on, because I think that was announced back at, like, the Tokyo Game Show. Like, this is going to be an anime fans game. It's a Capcom title. I mean, even the guy on the cover looks like Akuma. So it's built in the Unreal Engine.
I'm just impressed that you know who Akuma is.
Are you kidding? Did we just talk about Street Fighter? Shh. So I don't know enough about the game to give it a thumbs up, thumbs down, but I'll be keeping my eye on it because who knows, it may be one of those sleeper hits that everybody's like, oh, you have to get this.
Yeah. Or even if you don't have to get it, you just have to try this.
Yeah, I just don't want it to be a new Devil May Cry, if that makes sense.
Oh God, we're gonna get to that later.
Yeah.
So next on the list, Syndicate.
Oh,
I haven't really heard too much good things.
Really?
I don't know. I mean,
really?
Maybe
it's an EA title. I mean, come on.
What does that mean? That doesn't mean shit.
It's co-op. So it's 4 players. So that's got to be something for it, right? Don't fall asleep. Come on now. It's it's got great music. I don't really have anything good for it. It's on like every platform, so we'll see.
Right. I'm sure the DS version will be great. I'm gonna skip over Poke Park 2, Wonders Beyond, and move on to Ghost Recon Future Soldier.
I was never a fan of any of the Ghost Recon games.
Yeah, me either.
So
not even a little bit. Mass Effect 3.
Yeah, I'll take it. Well, I haven't played the first 2.
You haven't played the first 2, but you want to play the third one.
Well, and I think it's because I'm playing Squatter, but it's in my queue. I have them. I just haven't played them because it's a time investment game that I'm really gonna have to get in, and I'm already behind. But after playing so much Star Wars: The Old Republic recently, I want to go back and revisit those games and see where Dragon Age and all these games got their base from,
right?
That awesome radial wheel that makes me be able to choose my fate type deal.
I gotta get Sweater one of these days.
You should. That's what I asked for Christmas.
Of course, I'm only going to it's not like I have any big games coming up that I'm going to be playing for many, many hours.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. All right. So moving along. Silent Hill HD collection.
Again,
I don't even know why. I don't even know why they're doing this.
Was it that good that we have to? I mean, we already saw that the movie bombed.
Do we have to HD collection everything?
Yeah.
Do we?
It's just more money.
Do we?
It's just more money.
Yeah, I guess.
We have new technology, new hardware. Let's put this game on it. Let's remake Toe Jam and Earl, the Platinum collection.
Yeah. Whoa, wait. First of all, if they made an HD collection, I'll say it straight out. I buy it.
See, that's why they're making a Silent Hill one, because there are people that will buy it.
I know.
So.
But it's Toe Jam and Earl. I mean, like, that's completely different.
I know. Well, that's
anyway.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Street Fighter X Tekken.
Done. Nope. Won't buy it.
I will say that I'm intrigued by the idea that they're doing a whole 2D versus 3D fighting thing going on. I'm feeling that.
You understand that Mega Man and Pac-Man are in this game.
Oh yeah. No. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not defending the game. I'm just saying I'm intrigued by the concept of 2D fighting game versus a 3D fighting game.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to be handled, but
I have absolutely no idea there. But that's certainly not the important part.
You're in 2 different dimensions. How's that going to pan out?
It's 3 dimensions. Anyway, it's 4K.
Right.
Mario Party 9.
Oh, because we need another one of those.
Yeah, I don't.
Do you see the trend this year that we have a lot of games that are just being re-released or are just the next iteration of said game?
I will say this. Mario Party 9 has a 0% chance of being worse than Mario Party 8.
Is that even possible?
Oh, yeah. Mario Party 8 was really shitty. Mario Party 8 was not even done by Nintendo. It was done by Hudson.
Oh, enough said.
Yeah. I see. Prove my point.
Okay. Fair enough.
Silent Hill Downpour. Because the HD collection prior to this, what
it's just not enough.
It's just not enough.
It's just not enough.
We're gonna have a new game.
You need more. You need more
for you to tear your eyes out.
Yeah. Ugh.
Good. I'm really glad we're doing this. Um, Ninja Gaiden 3.
Do you
I
remember?
didn't even know there was a second one.
Do you, do you remember when Ninja Gaiden first came out and everybody complained about how hard that game was?
Right.
And they're like, "Have you done the helicopter battle? You just get your face owned all the time. It's the worst game ever. The controls are shitty. Blah 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 blah." But we've gotten to a third one, so obviously it
Right.
can't be that
Which
bad.
apparently has like super easy mode.
Yeah, so you pretty much dumbed the game down so that any Tom, Dick, or Harry can play this game. So where's the fun? Go back to making
I
games hard. That's all I'm
I
saying.
don't. I just yeah. All right. Keep moving on. Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City.
Oh, another franchise that needs to go away.
Dude, I'm excited about 6.
Really?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm excited about 6. I'm stoked.
A lot of people are excited about 6. I haven't been able to get back into that franchise. I have not had a Resident Evil experience recently that I'm ready to get back into it.
Did you play 4?
Yes. 4 was which one?
Where you go to Spain?
Oh yeah,
You have
yeah,
to
yeah,
save,
yeah, yeah.
with Leon, you have to save Ashley.
Yeah, yeah, that's the last one I played.
Okay,
And I stopped
that
caring.
was good.
It was good, and that's why it was the last one that I played.
5,
It was
the
overrated.
story was kind of, but I really enjoyed 5. Well, of course, I played 5 co-op with my brother.
That's the difference. That's the co-op makes the game a whole different game, and I think that's the advantage that 5 has. 6, okay, but I won't pick up 6.
I'll pick it up for no other reason than to play with my brother.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. No,
That's it.
it's good.
But yeah, so the thing is Operation Raccoon City is completely different. It's more of a 4-player, shoot 'em up, more Left 4 Dead-y than
Yeah, I think that's what they're kind of leaning towards. Is that they're going for that? Here's 4 people in a room, kill zombies type deal. That platformer that everybody's been playing recently, that we see in like Alien Breed Impact, and we see what are the other titles that are out there? There's so many of these, 4-player. Steam has a bunch of them, but there's these 4 players. Everybody get together, choose a different class, and then support each other, and then play through a campaign. And I think that they're trying to capture that essence with the Resident Evil backdrop.
You know what it is? It's almost like like they're trying to capture that feeling you have when you're in the arcade and you're playing a light gun game.
Oh yeah.
But they put it on a console and you play online with people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and the problem is when I was trying it at E3, I was thinking Resident Evil game, and I'm playing it. I'm just like, this is stupid. There's so much action and bullshit in here.
Yeah.
But that's what people wanted, I wanted the tank controls,
You know what I want? I want the feeling I had in Resident Evil 1 when I open up when I run down the hallway and the dogs jump out at me. That's what I want. I want to scare my ass off and run rather than all this action. I want to be frightened.
I will say that I felt like in 4 there were a couple of really good moments where it was really tense.
I agree, but nothing will ever compare to the first one, ever.
Right.
That was survival horror at its finest.
Your survival horror. It's never mind.
I am.
Anyway, all right, keep moving on. Kid Icarus Uprising.
Yeah.
And the reason I just brought it up is just because it looks pretty.
This is one of those games that they haven't killed that franchise off. So it's kind of interesting to see it making a comeback after so long. And I'm looking forward to Uprising a lot. And I agree with you. It does look really good.
Yeah. It looks good.
It does. It looks really good. But now, 3DS?
Yes.
Meh.
It's only on 3DS.
But I worry about its limitations. Can I have this game on... See, but you can't have it on Wii because you won't get the pretty. Right. You have to have it on 3DS to get the hardware system to make sure it's awesome. But it's good. I like it.
I suppose there's the possibility that they can put it on Wii U eventually, but it's part of it. The whole thing with this game was that they wanted to have that whole 3D aspect involved.
Well, it looks glorious, and I think that it's going to take full advantage of the 3DS. And, And I'm hoping that it brings some capital back to the 3DS with everything that's been going on with Nintendo.
Right. Inversion.
Which
I
was
know
that one?
David really liked this game at E3, but
Oh,
you know which one this is? This is one where you can like throw like gravity bubbles and shit.
yeah, yeah. There's not enough
Yeah.
there. I probably have to play the demo. I don't have a yay
Yeah.
or nay on that one. I need to see more.
Yeah. It was just one of those ones where he was playing. I was standing over his shoulder. I'm just like,
Yeah,
okay, I'm gonna go over here now.
yeah. It's just it's got co-op.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I guess that's something.
yeah.
Max Payne 3.
Ooh, yeah. Now that game looks awesome.
It does, but I just never have been a Max Payne person, so I guess maybe I'll have to just try it or
Neither
something. I
have
don't.
I, but have you seen the dude is bald, wife beater. He's gonna destroy people. He just looks like that disgruntled coworker, and it's gonna be amazing. It's Max Payne.
Oh well, with that kind of argument, how
Take
could
that.
I? How? What?
Take that.
Yeah, you showed me.
Okay, here's the thing. It's Max Payne, and it's Rockstar.
Right.
And Rockstar, really, how often does Rockstar fail you? Very rarely. Very rarely.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not talk about Rage. It's fine. It's cool. But
Hey, you brought it up. I didn't.
I know Rage was a botch. That was just not deployed properly. But I think
That was a punt situation.
but Rockstar Games does batshit crazy guys with guns awesomely. That's what they do. That's what Rockstar does really, really well. And I'm looking forward to having Max Payne 3.
Okay. All right. You keep waiting.
I am. I'm excited. I'll play it.
Well, we already brought this up, but I'm ready to talk about it now. Devil May Cry HD Collection. Again, why?
I think I just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
I think you did a little more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why? Again, I kind of feel like a broken record. I just keep saying why because it's dumb.
This is 4, right? We're on 4.
Well, I mean they have 4, but I mean this is obviously
Which one is
probably
this one?
all 4 of them, right?
Is that what this is?
Yeah, it's like an HD collection.
Oh. Why?
Yep. What? I don't know, but I'm sure somewhere inside of you
Nope.
still don't care.
Still don't care. You know what it is that you have these franchises like God of War that did really well with every God of War that came out, and then God of War's like, by the way, here's all of our games in an awesome tight little package, and everybody was like, awesome, I can play through all of them. Let's do that. Let's port the PlayStation 1, the PlayStation 3, the PlayStation 2 version of the PlayStation 3. This is brilliant, and they're trying to capitalize on that. Again, stop shoving all these games into one box.
Okay, I actually can understand the whole God of War thing, especially when Sony decided to not go the route of backwards compatibility. When they didn't do that, they owed it to their fans to put out a God of War collection like that.
Of course.
I mean, I feel like that it was something that needed to happen. Devil May Cry, I'm still a little confused as to why we need that.
I'm curious to see what the fan base is. I'm really interested to see what the sales are when that comes out.
It has fans? I don't.
It does.
I've never actually played a Devil May Cry game, so
I have. It's a lot of button mashing. I'm not a big fan of the series, but I'm very interested to see what they're going to do and how well they're going to do with these sales. I mean, how many diehard Devil May Cry fans are going to be out there to pick this up on day one? Or is this I found it in the $15 bin and picked it up?
Right. I'm just saying, not saying. All right. I sort of skipped over all the Vita games because it's like it's its own thing.
I'm just going to go win one at Taco Bell. It's cool.
Okay. You do that. Prototype 2.
Yes, please.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
I never played the first one, so I don't.
I
didn't play that or Infamous.
What? How did?
Well, I was busy. I was having a life.
I don't know what to say, but okay. Dude, Prototype 1 was awesome. And I'm really looking forward to Prototype 2.
All right. I believe you. I trust you. A lot of people liked it. I'm not faulting anyone for liking it. I tend to shy away from, what am I trying to say? Like the super actiony games. It's not really my bag.
Okay. All right. Fine. No, Prototype is really good, and I liked it. It was when it came out, it was an original IP, so I was really big on it. And then
yeah.
when I did get to play it, I was like, ooh, this is really cool. So I'm excited. I'm really looking forward to a new one. It's still fresh, so I'm still okay with it.
I didn't even see that. Okay, sorry. There's two lines here, and one says "Birds of Steel," and the one below it says "Blades of Time." I'm like, fucking Blades of Steel? Oh shit!
Don't get excited.
God damn it!
Sorry, dude.
Yeah, fuckers. So just sort of, there's a few other ones that don't really have dates necessarily, but I'm gonna throw these out here. Dota 2.
Ooh, yes, please. I cannot
Really?
wait. Oh yeah, absolutely. I was a big fan of Dota 1.
I must have missed out on that whole thing.
Well,
that must have been when I was playing Puzzle Pirates for
do you
4
play
years.
like? It's the arena.
I don't play League of Legends or anything like that.
That's why. Yeah. I mean, if you're into these, arena games, you have to be waiting for Dota 2. I mean, because the Defense of the Ancients was a mod and has progressed on to become this amazing second game. It's beautiful. It's really exciting. I'm looking forward to the new Dota. I mean, even at BlizzCon last year, they're incorporating a Dota style mod into StarCraft. So there's this huge competitive fan base that just makes it really exciting. And Dota is they made that game what it was. They said everybody has copied the Dota formula. So to have Dota 2 come out, they're like, by the way, let's show you how you're really supposed to do it. I'm really excited for that one.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not saying you shouldn't be. I just never really got into it,
Well, I know, but I recommend. I mean, if you're looking for something, and a lot of it's free to play, anyways, like League of Legends and all that. So I'm excited for this one. Really am.
Right. Another one I know you're definitely excited about: Tribes Ascend.
No, not really.
What?
No,
Wait.
no.
What?
No.
You were telling, dude, it was like a week or two ago. You were just like, dude, I gotta fucking play this game. I gotta play it together.
Well, okay. All right.
And by the way, that is what you sound like.
It is with the ground. Oh my god, it's so amazing, Brian. We gotta play this game.
You gotta do that. You gotta.
Because I've been playing it since we talked about it. I've been playing it since QuakeCon of last year, so that was October. A little bit after that. I've been playing it, and I've been having a really good time. It's been in closed beta for like months. There's still some balance issues, but I don't know that the player base is going to stay.
Ooh.
It's fun right now.
Yeah, it's rough when you have a game and you start playing it, and then all of a sudden it's like 3 months later you have trouble finding a game.
Yeah, it's kind of tapering off a little bit. It's there, and the diehard, but you have a lot of flaming too. So you have a lot of people that complain because it's not like the first one. It's not like the second one. Oh my God, there's all these problems. There's a lot of complaining because everybody wants the original Tribes back. But
Tribes HD collection confirmed.
But Tribes Ascend is so close to working. So close to being that perfect game, and they're still tweaking it, and I think that's why it's not out of beta yet. But I'm excited for it, but I don't think it's going to stick around that long.
I think that's one of the reasons why, Valve really isn't. At least I haven't seen a whole lot about any new type of Counter-Strike thing, because honestly, I think that they know that the minute they put it out, everyone's going to be like, this sucks! It's not like Counter-Strike!
Yeah, it's funny that everybody wants something new and fresh, and when you get something new and fresh, you're mad because it doesn't play like the old game.
Yeah. It's not exactly like the old one. Well, I know that's what you what you wanted.
Yeah.
That's what you asked us
So we'll see. I would like tribes. I would like that community to come back and be stronger than ever, but we'll see.
And so the only thing I really have, and it doesn't really fall in the first quarter, and some of the other games we talked about were like April or so. But Darksiders 2 would be our last thing here, and I still want to play the first one. I own it. I just haven't played it.
Good. You should play it and let me know how it is.
Well, David was actually the one, like, I wanted to play it previously, and he was actually the one that was like, dude, you gotta friggin' play this. It's awesome.
You need to have Matt and David on one call and then have them discuss Darkness 2.
Oh, you know what? That may not be a terrible idea.
I'm just saying, like maybe not next one or next coming podcast after they get all their stuff straightened out. That should be, dude. Everybody wants to see that or listen to that, and stop listening to me and Brian bash on it. Put in your comments below and say, hey, get Matt and David on here and let's.
Hey, I'm totally about that. We can even have a 2-part thing where, we let David and, Matt sit and talk about it and talk about how great it is, and then I'll throw them off, and you and I could just get on and bash it again.
There we go. Good.
All right. Well, I'm glad we made this decision.
I guess we should let them know.
Yeah. Or don't.
Or don't.
Or don't. Either way. So those are kind of like, I don't know if there's anything here that you... way later in the year, obviously, we got your favorite game, BioShock Infinite, Halo 4, Tomb Raider are definitely coming up.
Yes, Tomb Raider. Yes, please.
Yes.
Yeah.
And other great games like another Ridge Racer on the Vita, which I heard is supposed to be actually really, really fucking horrible. Silent Hill Book of Memories, because you know what we need? Another fucking Silent Hill game.
Yeah, buddy.
I will say Unit 13 on the Vita. So good. And I'm not even a huge fan of third-person shooter games. Mm-hmm. Not a huge fan, but damn, Zipper did a fucking nice job on that game. It's ridiculous. That's really about. Those are really the main ones that I kind of saw.
Well, I'm sure as we go throughout the year, we'll do this again and just do a up and coming games.
Yeah, definitely. How about end of April? So 3 months from now, we'll rehash this.
I'm good with that.
Sounds like a plan.
Hopefully by then we'll know what's gotten pushed back and what will be out before the end of the year. Diablo.
Yeah, yeah. You just keep hoping.
You have no idea.
Hoping and praying. All right. So there was one other thing I kind of wanted to touch on, and I don't want to keep us dragging out too long, but it seems that like at least last year and this year, first quarter of the year tends to run slightly away from necessarily action-y games and more towards RPG games. Like, do you think it's like a winter thing where, okay, we'll put this out in the winter when people have more opportunity to sit and play games? Or is it just, all right, we know people aren't going to sit and play these really fucking long RPGs during, like key season when they're probably playing, Call of Duty or something. We'll wait until the new year when they have a little more time.
Yeah, I think that it's always been that way. The RPGs come out at the beginning of the year because they're like, you have all year until the FPS games come in about starting in like August. So you have all year, kids that go on summer break, you have all summer break to play all these RPGs and just kill time and whatever. And then the holiday season comes, and FPSs being the big sellers and the action games being the big sellers right now.
Yeah.
You want to, EA and all these big companies want to hold off on those, those trick ponies at the end of the year when they can make the most money in the fourth quarter, because they're going to get it for Christmas. The holidays are there. They want to make sure that everybody's got their big names at the end of the year. And then the not so big games, the RPGs, the Torchlight 2s, and that's why, Sweater was out in the end of Christmas. Yep. So everybody's like, oh my God, I have to have this game. And you ask for it for Christmas. Reservations, everybody wants to get one. I mean, they're breaking records quickly for user base. And that's what you do. You hold on to all your chips till the end of the year, and then you just kind of release out little things that can kill time till then.
Yep. Well, I mean, and I know Nikki Elliott, she tweeted me when I had said something about Kingdoms of Amalur and why people were so big on it. But when you really look at this list, there really is no competition for this game until Mass Effect 3, which is like a month later.
Yep.
So EA really has been pushing this game because, let's face it, there really isn't shit else to buy.
Exactly.
I mean, there is, but there isn't. I mean, we just talked about all of them.
Yep, and there's not much coming out, and that's what they're hoping on, is that there's not. This is the time when you release when there's no competition, where you
come on. We all know that Poke Park 2 Wonders Beyond is really going to affect the sales, in that third week, but
not going to happen.
There really isn't anything else.
That is true. You're putting out your titles that you would like to be. You say, okay, EA says I get this week, Sony says I get next week. Okay, cool. So you make your sales, you call it a day, you made your money, and you made your return on your investment. If it's a sleeper hit, good on you. If not, oh well. You still have the fourth quarter where everybody tries to make their margins.
Right. Yeah, I just found it interesting that of this year, of all years, like it does seem that from KOA down till Mass Effect 3, there really is not. I mean, there's some bigger name games, but I don't think that there's anything that's gonna hit in that RPG market.
It's that development lull. It's that everybody's trying to hammer everything out for the holiday season. So for these next couple months, they're just kind of not all the great games, just a couple here or there. They're gonna drizzle them out to you throughout the year.
Stuff that came out a little later.
Yeah.
Or stuff that got pushed back.
Exactly, stuff that gets pushed back, just move it to the first or second quarter. So
right,
it's a strategy. I mean, it's business strategy.
I mean, it's good for me. It's good for you.
Yeah, I'm all about having time to play my game because you know that in the fall, when everything gets incredibly busy, it's nice to have all your RPGs under your belt so that you don't have to go and invest all that time in. Except for Skyrim that tried to pull that shit last year and put it out in November.
Well, you can't blame them. It was all about the date.
God, yeah, 11/11/11. I was like, great. So what do we get on 12/12/12? What happens then? What do I get? What game? Skyrim 2?
No, God.
No, seriously. How come nobody's releasing anything on 12/12/12?
It's still time.
There is still time. That's when I want Diablo. 12/12/12. Calling it.
No. All of a sudden, like before, I was thinking, okay, 2012, not a big thing. Now I'm thinking 2013 now.
Yeah.
Just because it would really annoy you.
No, with everything with BlizzCon happening, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. 2013. Yeah, and in case anybody hasn't heard, BlizzCon's been canceled this year. So if you don't know, and it is sad. I had such a good time last year. I was really looking forward to this year, but oh well.
Yeah, I'm not really that sad. But...
Hey,
you know what though? In a way, you can kind of understand, like, because people were saying that they were just kind of doing it as a cash cow for the year, and
it does show that they do care about their games. They're willing to put off a huge, gigantic celebration birthday party to get what they need done.
Yeah. It's not like, QuakeCon, we know they don't make any money on that.
Hey, I don't know. That place is awesome. Balls makes a lot of money on that event.
Well, yeah, I meant id. I was thinking id doesn't really.
No.
Doesn't make a dime on that.
Probably not.
I mean, they might have enough to cover some costs, but I think they eat some of that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right, so parting thoughts.
I got none. I'm really a little sad with the lineup for this year. I'm hoping that we get some cool sleeper just pop out of nowhere and everybody be like, oh, this is the game to have. There's a couple on there on this list that I would like to see blow up. Asura's Wrath, I would like to see actually become really popular. That would be very cool. I'd like SSX to do really well, but there's not really anything that pops out and makes me go, if I don't have this game, my life is coming to a complete halt.
Right.
So,
yeah.
Oh, and a very underwhelming first quarter.
While I agree with you, I think we will be surprised. I think some of this stuff is really going to be surprised. I think if people get, if they're going to play Kingdoms of Amalur, if you're into something like The Darkness 2, I think you'll be pretty happy. Warp comes out on the 15th of February. That's a fun game. It's not going to be, I mean, you're not going to be putting, like 10 hours. It's probably only going to be like like 5 hour game. But
Well, I mean,
it's going to be a nice distraction for 800 Microsoft space bucks.
It's all a moot point because Silent Hill HD is just going to crush them all. So.
Okay, that's it. You win. I'm out.
Yeah. So
give up. I lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Corey, you have won the internet.
Yes. That and Poke Park 2, I'm sure, are going to
just
surprise us all.
Crush sales. So.
All right. So as always, you can catch Corey on the Twitters and the Facebooks. Yeah, on the Facebooks. You can catch him at Mythic Griffin. You can always catch me as Quiglin. Leave your comments and stuff in the show notes. And we'll try to get something like we talked about. We're going to try to do something a little more regular. So hopefully I'll be able to have this out sometime the next day, and we'll try to keep on some kind of schedule for you.
That's right.
So,
we're going to stay regular. We're going to put some fiber in your AggroCast. So
pow. In your fiber.
Oh man.
God. Okay, and I think we should stop before it gets any worse.
Oh yeah, because I was going to go on a whole different tangent. We're going to go Street Fighter and fiber. It's just going to be horrible.
That's yeah. Just all right.
End it now.
So, Corey and myself, we out next week. Peace.
Later.